This podcast is rated R for restricted. Under 17 requires accompanying parent or adult guardian.
Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission 250 Filmcast, where we are watching the best movies ever made according to IMDb and Vincent Gillian, the creator of Breaking Bad. I am one of your hosts, Denny, and joining me are
John
and TC.
And that was the earliest piece of trivia we've had so far. And this week we are watching the 1949 movie, The Third Man, directed by Carol Reed. The synopsis is: pulp novelist Harry Martins travels to shadowy post-war Vienna only to find himself investigating the mysterious death of an old friend, Harry Lime.
You know, that piece of trivia just came so quickly, it almost knocked me off my chair here.
That's what I was going for.
Wasn't explaining. I was just like going for a drink, waiting you do your spill, and there was spiel. There was trivia.
Visceral listening experience this week, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to recover, but I think I'll be okay.
Okay, well, you can have a little bit of time because this week is my turn to go first, so I'm going to be talking here for a while.
All right, I will.
That's good.
Back.
Yeah, it's very good.
That's good.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I was thinking about how I was going to do this review because usually I just talk about my feelings, but I haven't settled on my feelings towards this movie yet. So I might have to do something as
conflicted. Are you going to need to talk it through?
Yeah, I think I might need to talk it through. I kind of have this like rough list of things I liked about it and things I didn't like about it, and I'm going to try to talk my way through it to maybe forming a solid opinion about this movie for myself.
Let's watch, TC.
Wow.
This should be wonderful.
This should be fun.
The best part of this movie, and let me know, I mean, you guys, this will be interactive. This will be fun, guys.
It's a dynamic
podcast.
Okay. All right, dynamic.
Right. So actually, I take back what I said about...
find out what he thinks of the film.
I take back what I said about you being able to sit there and listening, because I'm going to...
Yeah, I know.
Because we need your input.
Yes.
You're changing the rules, but that's fine.
Yeah, right. He's making them up as he goes.
Again, didn't think it through. Need to figure it out right now. Here we go.
It's okay. I was sitting back. Now I'm sitting up again.
Okay,
so,
good. Near the mic.
Right.
Gotta stay
He woke
near
him up.
the mic.
He woke him up.
Best part of this movie, by far, is the setting. What do you guys think about that?
And go.
And your turn to review.
Best part of this movie was the opening narration, I thought. The setting was also good, but I was very...
John, you're not allowed to say the first 5 minutes of movies are the best part anymore. It's just a rule. It's not allowed.
It goes against everything about watching the whole movie.
It was great. I thought, wow, this is going to be really, really interesting. I really like the way this, I like this talking, and then that was all we got of that, basically.
Oh, geez, This is going to be bad.
Anyway, go on. Yeah, you're right. The setting is good.
Setting's fine.
They filmed in a bombed out post-war Vienna. There was like almost no sets. All the destruction was real. All the places were real. I don't know if that's cheating. I think that's awesome.
I don't know if it's cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just joking. It's not. But it's just, I mean,
it's
some
amazing.
people have to spend millions of dollars to recreate sets and whatnot.
Right. And all you have to do is wait for a, life-ending war and go use it for
all
your
these people
film.
Go, hey, you want sewers? You got sewers right there. Unless you got, Picky Orson, who doesn't want to be in the sewers, but whatever.
And I'm going to jump straight to my biggest gripe about this movie is I think that it takes an awesome setting, an extremely unique atmosphere of like this criminal, like everybody's criminal. There's 4 different countries in this country trying to bring order back, and all this stuff happened while they were filming the movie in reality, which is awesome. But the plot of the movie is so small, and I didn't care about the main character at all.
Yep. All right, I'm glad you're saying that.
Yeah, and it's just like, why would you take this amazing idea that looks awesome and like the cinematography is really good too.
Fill it with this drivel.
May I point out that initial narrative really set it up really well, like just laying it all out there.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny too. Like there's a shot of like a dead body floating in the river, and the guy's like, "And we were going through Vienna."
Oh, I know. Yeah. Some didn't make it, but like that guy there, he's dead.
No, he's definitely dead. Face down. See that? That's bad.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I thought the tone of it was really, again, just even that was interesting. Wow, this is going to be an interesting picture. And no, the rest of the movie is not like that. I think they cut that narrative out of the American version too.
No, that was the American version of it. They had the Cotton guy. What's his name? The lead character did the narration initially. And it was longer.
I thought it was like the director in one version did it.
So the version we watched, I assume, the American version, it has the director narrating it, and it's much shorter. And Joseph Cotton's the name of the actor who plays Holly Martins, the main character. Yeah. He does the narration in the original version, and they took it out because there was a bunch of stuff in there about how, in the original cut, about how he's like an alcoholic, and they wanted to remove all of that for some reason for the American version, which they did.
I see.
Because I had no idea he was supposed to be an alcoholic.
No, right? I mean, he just I mean, yeah, I think he mentions that he drinks too much or once in a while, but I thought, he's just getting drunk because he's miserable and his friend's dead. And
well,
he doesn't
plus
know what to
everyone
do.
keeps giving him booze. It's like he goes to a meeting and they try to get him drunk. It's not his fault. He's just drinking the free stuff. Who says no to that?
Yeah, you just know he's easy, right? Give him some booze.
And I feel like they do it to like manipulate him too sometimes, because there's at least that one part where they got him drunk and like sent him away because they didn't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if it would have been better with the original cut, but I feel like this movie, with, intro aside, great, like, kind of introduction to the world, it starts way too soon. Like, the first thing that happens with this character is that he arrives at his friend's house and his friend is dead, and then he's asking questions for the rest of the movie. And I feel like I don't know who he is at all as a character. He just, I guess he kind of seems like he might be an okay guy. I don't know what his deal was before.
Yeah, that's a good point. We don't learn anything about him. It's different than, say, Chinatown, where we really feel like we get to know the character along the way. You're right. That's a really good point. I don't think we feel like we know this guy that much at all, hardly.
And so the second biggest gripe I have too is that, so I really like the female actress in this movie, Lydia Valley or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
the person who plays Anna, she's great, I thought. But the Joseph and her relationship with the Harry Lime character, I kind of liked how one-sided it was for her. Like, she was kind of obsessed and just completely depressed over the fact that he was either dead or abandoning her.
Right. Although we don't understand why he was worth it, but whatever.
Right. But that I still think she did a really good job. But then you have the main character, Holly Martin, falling in love with her. And I didn't understand when that happened or why that happened. And I didn't feel like, the movie ends with him trying to like hit on her, I guess, after the death of her fucking boyfriend.
He says he
falls in love with her, right?
Yeah, he tells her he loves her when he's again drunk.
You can say that. Did you buy it? I didn't freaking buy it, is what I'm saying.
I couldn't care less.
You didn't think he really was in love?
No.
I don't.
No, I think the movie wants you to think that.
You didn't buy it in terms of, yes, gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see or why that happened, other than just that unless this guy is just really lost and immature and just
she's
sort
hot
of like
and she looks at me sometimes, I'm in love.
She looks good. She's a dame. I like her. She's hot.
Kind of. And he's just sort of bouncing around from place to place. And that might be more kind of the character they were trying to portray. I don't necessarily think so. They almost had a happy ending for this film, which would have been even more bizarre. Like, why would she go with him? But
because he's a man. He's the star of the movie.
He got to the bottom of the problem.
In the book that this was based on, it was a happy ending. Like, she links his arm with him as they walk off.
Well, it wasn't a book; it was a novella that wasn't actually going to be released.
They certainly changed that ending, huh?
They did, yeah. But they weren't planning on releasing it until the success of the movie, and then they're like, "All right, let's make some more money, release this thing."
Oh,
so it wasn't meant to be publicly consumed. The original
I gotcha.
novella. But anyway, yeah. I also don't really understand why he started asking questions and why he stayed persistent. I feel like some kind of character to go behind it for why he would be so oddly persistent in this situation would have gone a long way to make me not just question, like, why the fuck is he going back to this guy and asking the same questions again? Right. How did he know he was going to get a different answer this time?
How many plane tickets do they have to buy you, chump?
Yeah, how cheap are plane tickets?
Listen here, chum.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure that the inspector or whatever is going to get in big trouble because I'm sure those aren't refundable. Yeah.
No, it's a bunch of empty seats in that plane.
Non-exchanged. Yeah.
Who knows? It's the government though. Maybe they have like reserved seats all the time for quick last minute flights or something. I don't know. And the music I thought was good, but
you like
way too much.
More zither than you could ever want.
Yeah, dude, way too much zither. Like in the beginning, I was like, "This is kind of cool. Like it's informing the mood of the movie in a way that I kind of enjoy. It sounds very European, but then it not only played it when no one was talking all of the time, but also while they were talking almost all of the time." Yeah. And there was almost no variation.
Oh, so what, 1949, right? This
was
pretty typical back then.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's good.
No.
Doesn't mean I'm going to like it.
But,
no matter what it was doing.
Understandable.
Yeah, you're right. I think. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, it's okay. I asked for this.
Son of a bitch,
this is my
John.
Fault.
All right. So, but no matter what the zither's doing, it always sounds somewhat like perky and plucky.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I've been framed for murder. I mean, it just...
Get the guitar in there.
I wonder if like Wes Anderson's soundtrack guy took cues from this movie.
Maybe so. You're right. It's very Wes Anderson.
That's a good point. But they're just like, don't do it as much, and it'll be great.
But actually, it is. That's a great description of zither music because Wes Anderson, even when he's got like tragedy or sad things going on, there's this sort of like
plucky.
Yeah, to it, so yeah.
It makes it seem kind of not real in a fun way. But this movie doesn't quite toe that line.
It didn't go so well with the noir kind of bombed out city setting.
Right.
I do like it how there wasn't so much of a, see, thing in this
No,
movie.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Yeah. It was just
Not
like normal
a single
people.
woman was slapped.
Which is, at this point, I'm kind of upset that didn't happen. I mean, I'm used to
1949,
it.
that's
Like,
appalling.
expecting
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Joking, audience. Joking.
Yeah. Joking. We're joking. We're not
joking.
serious. We don't want them to be hit.
Orson Welles, I don't know, man. I think he looks pretty interesting. His jaw is massive, but I think he knows he's famous.
I thought that whole fucking story though was stupid.
Yeah,
About
I mean,
when he's like not dead. He's not dead. He sees it when he's drunk.
Do you want to wait for the questions? Because
we can wait
I
for
don't
the
care.
questions, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
I
it
couldn't
is
care
really
less
strange.
about
I was
this
like, we were over an hour in. And I'm like, where the hell is Orson? It's like Orson Welles is in less than a third of this movie.
I totally forgot
yeah.
he was supposed to be in it by the time
He
it
gives a
came
good
up.
couple smirks, and that's about all you get. Out
I
of
was
him.
excited because we saw him in A Touch of Evil, and he was great.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to seeing him again in this one. And nope, not really. And
Negative.
even when he does show up, he doesn't do too much. You don't really get a sense of why he would be why people would look out or care for him.
Yeah. How do you know somebody so closely, but then don't know they're like a nihilist that has no loyalty to a human life? That's like something you'd think you would know about
Right.
somebody.
Maybe.
But especially if they're so outward about it. Like he seemed pretty, it's not like he was hiding it. It was like part of his personality then. So I don't know.
Right, but what about her? It's like she's like, yeah, he kills children for money. That's all right with me. You wouldn't understand.
And so she actually didn't, from what I've read, and I didn't get this, but her character wasn't supposed to know that before he was finding all this out about him.
Okay, gotcha.
But she still was fine
that
with
helps. She's still
She's like, cool. I like
Hey,
his jaw.
who needs penicillin?
right.
I don't
well,
need
she's
penicillin.
She's still
I'm healthy.
accusing our main character of being part of framing him or setting it up so that Lime could be captured as if he's doing a bad thing at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was just such a stupid plot.
Yeah.
I mean, it just was. I don't care. And like the guy and the cop being all, because he's an asshole, and then it turns out he was right to be an asshole because the stupid plot line.
But why did he not tell him earlier about the penicillin shit?
Exactly.
Right.
If you're gonna lead off with hating someone, maybe go with the worst dirt you got.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, he killed a bunch of people. Oh, really? Like that's the first answer to
Yeah.
your question. Hey, where is he? Oh, don't worry about it. He killed a bunch of people using shitty penicillin. Oh, cool. That's what you lead with. You don't let the guy
Don't save
walk
it for
around
like
in
80%
circles.
of the way through the
Yeah.
movie reveal.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. I should have mentioned this, but I
Right.
didn't. Yeah. Fuck off.
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a while, and then I'm gonna take you and show you the kids.
yeah, let's
because
go
I
look at
think
their
that will be a far
faces,
more
their brain dead
dramatic.
faces.
Yeah. I'd rather be a smug prick for 35 minutes of this movie than tell you what the real
we'll
deal
tell ya.
is here. Yeah, no big deal. But by the way, have a seat,
Yeah,
Fuck
at
off.
least initially I could see that. It's like, look, let's just get this guy out of here. He's just going to make a scene. Let's just buy him a plane ticket, and he's gone. No,
But it was like
no
the
big
fourth
deal.
plane ticket by the time they finally
I know,
told him.
right.
Like he skips one flight. Fucking tell the guy. He's a pain in the ass.
Hey, you just uprooted this guy's life once, twice, three, no, 4 times,
Yeah.
okay? Jesus.
You're taking good plane seats away from the poor people of Vienna, for Christ's sake.
They probably are trying to go get real penicillin. So, like, what the fuck, dude?
Or at
You
least
know?
the Tums that America makes and
God.
apparently Austria
God.
doesn't.
Bitch. Yeah, I'm all set.
So what'd you guys think?
I fell asleep twice. I had to watch it 3 times.
Good sport,
That was
TC.
time.
Always rewinding back to when you remembered paying
No,
attention.
I started it. Well, the first time I fell asleep, I forgot where I fell asleep because I was tired. I was hungover. I was beat. So I shouldn't have started the movie. So I'm like, all right, that's a gimme. No biggie, right? Start fresh, start it over. And I made it to like after the penicillin talk. And then I was just, beat still. And I took a nap. And then I rewound past the parts I remembered just so I'd make sure I had a good overlap. But yeah, I don't know. I'm indifferent on this one though. Because production wise, this shit was pretty good. I gotta say, the shots were really cool. They
Agreed.
they used a lot of like crooked shots when the crooked
Right.
cops were on screen. They used like, they just did a lot of things that like, I don't know. It's very like obvious shot choice. Like they chose the shot to make you feel a certain way, and it's clear, and it worked. And they just did a lot of things that like I thought production wise was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting something out of it, but the story and the plot were just so, I don't know, irrelevant to me, I think. Like you said, Denny, I have I had no like want to know about this guy. Couldn't care less who she was. Who gives a fuck if this guy's dead? Don't even know who he is. So there was like, I just none of it resonated, you know. And of course, it's always, you know, I'm going in with a chip on my shoulder because it's 1949. But I don't know. This just didn't do it for me in a good way, and it really didn't deter me either. I wasn't like, I fucking hate this movie, you know. I wasn't sitting there pissed. So it just didn't rile much out of me. So I really couldn't have cared less. But it does have some value. I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't because it did have good production. So that's about all I have for this one. To be honest.
I totally agree
this
with
film
that.
it's another one where it's very much revered. Like I think
It is. Yeah, I was looking it up. I'm like, damn, these people love this fucking
People
movie.
think this movie is literally the best movie ever made. Have you watched other movies? How is that even possible? I don't understand
Hey,
it.
so you know they make other ones, right?
Do you watch so many movies where like having a movie that's simple and slow that just stands out?
Well, and Simple and Slow can be really good too. It's just this one seemed the characters were sort of empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, John.
That is the biggest problem, I think. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think the Chinatown comparison is a really apt one in terms of like.
I think the
following
comparison I
somebody
made
through.
earlier was pretty good.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
I think so.
reiterate.
I would like to. I'd
Reversing
like
back
make
to
a
what I
callback.
said earlier and how good it was.
Go on, John, with your awesome opinions and comparisons.
And really deep, level-headed insight.
Yes, as I was saying brilliantly, I might add earlier. It's the same kind of thing where you have the guy is going around trying to figure out a crime, and he's slowly like piecing things together in terms of what happened, and you sort of got to follow this path through it, but it's not about that. It's not, it's more about understanding and caring for these characters and being interested in what happens. Part of it is, it's interesting to know what actually did or didn't happen. But man, I even like the things that they decide to focus on. It's like, oh, he said he talked. The one guy said he could talk. So that means, but another guy said he didn't talk and he was already dead. And I was like, so?
It's like, well, they were dealing with a dead body. They probably fucked up, remembering it correctly.
Yeah.
And also, so here's a question. Who's the third man? Is Orson Welles the third man?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I thought so. Because they were the third, there was I don't even remember the two guys' names, but
you got the guy with the unibrow, and then you got the
unibrow, and then
the doctor. No, the doctor didn't come till later.
Right.
I don't even know, man, who the second guy was.
No, you're right. It was the doctor and unibrow, and then it was Orson was the third man.
No, the doctor didn't come till after he got hit because he wasn't there for the.
So it was Orson, and
talking.
then whoever the guy that he met at the night, the other guy that he met first that had a dog and is like cleverly hidden in his shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Chihuahua.
guy. Where he smiled when he said something cunning. It was weird.
Wait, that was the unibrow guy.
That's
Okay,
unibrow?
so that's unibrow guy, and then the other guy that they met at the club, Pesky or whatever the heck his name was. That was the second guy, his other friend.
Hopescue?
No, Hopescue's dead.
Hopescue is dead? Shit. Was he?
I don't remember. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, Popescu. It was Popescu. Sorry, it was Popescu. You're right. So yeah, Popescu. Popescu is number 2. You had Baron Kurtz, and then you had Popescu, or however you say it. Those are the two guys. And then the third guy, yes, was Orson, was Harry Lime.
And so what was the whole, so like this is part of the part that annoys me. Like the movie ends and like the ending is just by itself, such a downer because the fact that this character who I don't even know does something so annoying by the end by leaving his chance again to go back to the United States. The police officer lets him stay, which he shouldn't do. The fact that he's going to hit on this girl right after her fucking boyfriend dies, like at the funeral, and she just walks by, doesn't pay attention to him, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why?
Don't know. No point to the story. Like I said,
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't care, and I don't know, and I don't
But
really
also,
want to
so
figure
like,
it out.
and then so there's that relationship, which I think is because it ends with a relationship. The movie's kind of about the relationship, even though it's.
I mean, that's
bad.
all it is, really.
But it's also about him asking clues to like figure out the mystery. But he doesn't figure out the mystery, right? There's this guy who used to be a guy who stole penicillin from hospitals, who also used to work for Harry Lime, who got hit by a car in a potential murder that we never figure out if it's a murder or an accident. Right? We don't know if it's a murder or an accident.
I thought, and maybe I just pieced this together, and this isn't exactly what it was, but that the guy who was assisting Harry, the orderly, I think that's what he was either he was becoming unreliable or he was about to, the cops were on to him. So Harry decides, we're going to fake my death. We're going to get the orderly out of the picture. Now, why he decides to do this right before his buddy comes out, I mean, maybe it was
give him a little
opportunistic.
telegram. Be like, hey, hold off for a couple months, dude. I got some
Hey,
shit
maybe
brewing.
don't show up.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
I don't
about
know.
to fake my own death, so it probably. I know you're a nosy bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you're a pain in the ass. So.
You're going to blow up my spot. I'm hiding in the sewers. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And look, she doesn't like you. You'll figure that out when you get here.
It's okay. Like all the girls
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
try to just hit on that I've been with. This will be the same thing. So
This'll
don't
be the
even
same
come out
thing.
here.
That
Yeah.
kind of
So-
makes sense. So, I mean, if they're going to knock, so I got questions if that's the true story.
Well, I'm thinking it's true, but even that doesn't make sense, as I said, because he knows his buddy is coming to see him. That seems really.
Well,
I mean-
also, if he's planning on disappearing and using that thing as a body, why would he be in the scene of the crime of the
Right,
person
helping out.
dying, like in public? It's a public street. How
Right.
is that a plan?
Hmm.
Why not
Now,
bring him
it's
somewhere and fucking
possible-
cut his head off and throw
Right.
him into a hole?
Well,
Ah,
it's
there you
possible. Let's say that it wasn't. It was. Now, the other possibility here, somebody. Yeah. They were arguing with the orderly who was saying, I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm not going to do it anymore, man. And they're like, all right, well, let's just throw it in front of a car. So
Just then, like
they
on the street, they
yes.
figured it out?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're
or they
mumbling
were-
with the guy standing
yeah.
right there. He's like, dude, just push him. Fucking
you wanna
push him,
just throw him
dude.
in
Yeah,
the
just
car?
fucking
Okay.
just get rid of him, dude.
Here comes the car. It's pretty big. Fucking push him.
On three, guys.
Dude,
Let's
it's
go.
the right time. It's the right time. What are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing?
Oh, shit. We didn't think this through. There's people watching. Crap. All right, drag him
Yeah,
aside. Dude,
all right.
Harry, run. Run, Harry, run. You're supposed to be him.
Right.
We'll pretend you're him. Shit.
Right. That may explain then why it's like, and your buddy's coming. Don't worry. He'll just go back. It's okay.
Yeah, dude.
Or
I don't know.
he's
her
That-
no-
girlfriend,
nosy.
she's gonna be sad. I don't care.
That's the whole basis of the entire movie, and that seems extremely implausible to happen that way. You know, I don't see how they all get away with it for so long. There's just one guy who asks stupid questions over and over again, and then they figure it out. I don't know. And also, why would Wells like come out and meet him at the Ferris wheel? Why would he just openly admit to being
the
alive?
other place, because supposedly there's Harry is still good buddies. So this
Except for the fact that upon first meeting him, he's going to fucking kill him by pushing him off this Ferris wheel thing.
right, well,
the
he was
only reason he
thinking about
doesn't
that.
is
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Holly Martin told the cops and they found the body. So like other people
Right.
have solid evidence that this guy's still alive. But he was
Yeah,
going to fucking
that's-
kill him otherwise.
That is also true. So
So they're not that
yeah.
good of friends.
Yeah.
I mean,
So but then why he maybe I don't know. He's still lonely. He wants a buddy. That you're right. It doesn't make any sense why he shows up at all.
he's got the weird creepy guy with the unibrow and the little dog up on the high castle there. That's all
That's
he
true.
needs.
He's got buddies.
Yeah. He's got all
Yeah.
the sewer water he can drink. He's got it all.
That scene almost. I got tired of it. It was almost the comical cartoon scene where they're somebody's chasing somebody else and they're running in and out the doors.
I kind of like that. I was entertained. I mean, it was way too long of a chase scene, but
Orson does a good job of looking hunted.
he does. He was very sweaty and concerned looking.
Yep. Well, hey, there were a fair number of cats in this film.
Was there more than two?
That's more than I think we've had in possibly any film to date. Have we had any cats in our films yet?
There was a cat in the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay.
Two Wes
there-
Anderson references in this episode somehow.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, there was really not much. This film was really, I think you put it very well, Denny, in terms of taking such a wonderful setting and then just not really doing much with it or having interesting people in it. I think it's annoying that just because the Lime character is willing to make these sort of philosophical comments about being above everybody. Oh, there are little dots down there. What would it matter if somebody died? As if that's really deep. It just seems like, especially when there's no context to that. Maybe if we spent some time with his character and kind of understood where he came from, and also, or like got to see him.
Well, we kind of, I mean,
Be
as shallow as
charismatic
it
or
is,
whatever.
we know that he is playing God by, diluting the drugs and having people killed.
Right.
And he's just kind of
Right.
justifying it to himself, being like, well, what does it matter? There's so many people.
Yeah, there's just people. There's a lot of people. See, you get up here and they're small. See,
Yeah, just
Just think of them this
give them a
small.
pie. And then they're all down low and you're good. And then
And
also
then
that speech he had with the cuckoo clock. I don't know. It's like, what was it? It was like, there was like war and whatever for 30 years and like Da Vinci and the Renaissance happened, but then like 500 years and I don't know, Switzerland.
What is he saying? That by killing children, we're going to have better art someday?
That is what he's saying.
Great. Good for you, man.
Yep.
That's a worthy cause there. There's all kinds of ways to have misery and whatnot. You don't need to go and actively try to kill other people. Don't worry. There's plenty of misery to go around.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about a lack of misery.
And that's Orson Welles is one of his contributions to the screenplay.
But
Was that?
he also like got it from somewhere else. That wasn't an original quote by him. There was some painter
Yeah, he
or other that had
reworded
said that
something
originally.
somebody
Yeah.
else said.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
I mean, TC, you're kind of predisposed to not like Orson Welles just because he's famous because of Citizen Kane, right? That's from what I can tell.
I didn't even know he was in this until after the movie. I didn't even know it was him.
It's the
Didn't even
same
know
guy.
he was an actor. I couldn't have fucking cared less.
I cannot wait to watch that one. I'm going to vote for TC to go first.
God,
whenever we get
I
to that
swear to
one.
God, if I watch it and like it, I'm going to just off myself at the
Well,
time. That's it.
You liked, if I remember right, you liked Touch of Evil. I think you liked that one.
Yeah, I think we all
If I
did.
end up watching that fucking thing after all these years talking shit and I like it, I'm going to lose it.
Oh, that might be the end of TC.
You're going to kill
That's
yourself
it.
because you like the
Brain
movie.
blew up. Hey guys,
What happened?
I
I
like
don't
this.
know, man.
I'm done.
He said Rosebud, and then he shot himself.
And then he shot. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. He said it. I'm fucked. I'm dead. So see you guys. Good times. Good luck on the next 120, whatever's left.
TC's Ghost will be joining us the next 70 episodes of this podcast.
He'll be coming in just as Timmy. Only Timmy.
He shot
Terrence
the
is
part of
dead.
his brain that's a normal human being, and only Timmy
Exactly.
survived.
Yeah,
Oh.
DC's dead. Timmy's left.
He's like that guy that got speared by a railroad spike, and like the nice part of him
God.
died, and only the
Phineas.
meat part of him
Oh
stayed.
God.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's all falling apart.
What was the name of that guy? John, you probably
Phineas
know.
Gage.
Phineas Gage,
Not to be confused with Nicolas Cage. Huh?
who also got hit in the head with a railroad spike.
At least once in his
It would
career.
be great to
he's
see
been hit.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Nicholas Cage is Phineas Gage.
Yeah.
In the weirdest movie ever made.
Ever made. Yeah.
Going through my notes now because I have
That's
nothing
where we're
else to
at
say.
because I mean, there's not much to this one.
I mean, so when you,
let's be fair. It's not as bad as some of the other old ones.
No,
so,
definitely not.
Watchable. Whether or not it's worth it, I don't know.
It's not necessarily that the acting is bad either. It's just the characters aren't that interesting.
Right.
Yeah, but the acting
Yeah.
is. I thought it's not
It's
like
good
the acting
enough.
was bad. The scenes are good. Yeah, I agree. It's watchable enough. I
It's
just
watchable.
I thought the
not
best actor too was the what do you call him, the porter in his apartment
Oh, yeah.
or whatever it was, like the guy who heard the crash and tried to describe it but didn't speak English that well, but then he ended
He
up
did
getting
good.
killed.
I was just annoyed because it was just so obvious. Oh, they're gonna kill him now. Great. All right, thanks, movie.
Really? I
we
didn't
know
pick up on that.
We know that's happening.
But he didn't speak English. I'm gonna merge this into trivia. That character / actor, that actor did not speak English. He had to learn the English words phonically to be able to speak them.
Interesting.
Did you like the Ghostbusters scene at the end when all the Ghostbusters were running around trying to find the ghost of Christmas Past, Orson Welles? Remember that part? It lasted for about 15 minutes.
Yeah. Wait, this is the sewer scene. I'm confused. Right?
Yeah, a bunch of Ghostbusters. They have like 25 Ghostbusters in their Ghostbuster uniforms and their freaking proton packs or whatever they're called, and they're running around looking for ghosts in the sewer. I thought that was a pretty exciting scene.
Okay. All right.
I
I'll let you have
I did not make that analogy at all. But yes.
It was only cool because he made the analogy to himself, right,
Yes.
John?
Yep. Right. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is great. I made a
It's
connection.
Ghostbusters.
I made a connection. I'm Denny. This is good.
I'm just gonna
This
keep.
movie, boring.
Yeah,
Connection, good.
Ghostbusters. I see Dan Aykroyd. It's him right there.
I see Dan Aykroyd. I know that was him.
I swear
Had
he
to
was
be.
alive in '49.
Yeah, had to be.
Yeah, so I got trivia. There is a commentary for
Okay.
this movie. It has it's a pretty big mishmash of people. It's one of the producers of the movie, one of the second unit directors, and the continuity girl on one of the. So there are 3 direction units or whatever the hell, 3 groups of units in this movie. That's probably not the right terminology, TC, but like, you know, you have like second
I
unit.
mean,
This one had a
yeah,
third
right.
unit.
Right.
Okay.
He had them all like running. He was like taking Benzedrine and not sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently.
jeez.
He worked 20 hours a day
Holy shit.
for the whole production of this movie. And he actually made everybody in the crews work super hard too. You're supposed to, like, by contract, give everybody an 8-hour break, but he started breaking that immediately and like forced people to get there way before they were supposed to. And everyone was like tired most of the time. So they had like a daytime crew, a nighttime crew, and then the
And then
sewer
an
crew.
overnight crew.
The
Jesus.
sewer crew, who are always in the sewers. That sewer is real, and it's below Vienna, and they filmed in it, which is kind of cool.
But also shitty
Also shitty
for the crew. Yeah.
for the crew. Well, the continuity girl said you would think it would smell really bad, but it actually didn't smell that bad. It just smelled kind of weird, but you got used to it after a couple minutes.
Like Boston. I don't know. Do you ever get used to the poop smell in the Bay Area?
That's true.
So it's not
In the
constant
Bay
for you
Area.
there. That
Not
might
the
be the
fresh
problem.
ones.
Is that it's not constant there. So that's why you can never adjust. Because I remember walking around Boston and you get hit with it once in a while, and it'd be pretty nasty.
Again, with like the trivia where people might not know what they're talking about. These people are all pretty old at this point because I think they recorded it somewhat recently. This movie was made in 1949. There were a lot of mouth noises on the commentary track. It was kind of gross.
Dentures.
Yeah, just a lot of lip
Oh,
smacking,
man.
a lot of mouth noises, just like, and they were
Yeah,
all
just,
up in the microphone too.
How
so
does
it
this
was
thing
just-
work? How does it work? I don't understand it.
But there's this rumor where they found the zither player in a bar, and the three people on the commentary track perpetuate this rumor. And you can read multiple places online that this rumor is false, and that Carol
Oh, really?
Reed actually met him at a production party because somebody was friends with him, and he became friends with him. Recorded, some music after this party where he met him, and like wanted to put it somewhere in the movie. But after that recording session, he's like, "Dude, we're going to use you for the entire soundtrack." Flew him out to England, and then just like recorded for days and weeks on end to get everything.
Wow.
So it wasn't like, I don't know. It's a romantic story, so maybe that's why people stick with it. But it's not true. So fuck that. He didn't find him at a random bar in Austria or somewhere else in Europe, like a lot of places online. And these three people said. But again, I'm only going off other people's stories to go against theirs. So what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
True.
So there's some trivia in here
Telephone.
at the very least that's not guaranteed to be true. Good. Don't you love that? It's like this is trivia, non-trivia. Love it when that happens.
Trivia, non-trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Austrian extras. The guy with the balloons was just a guy around. All the police officers were real Austrian police officers. A lot of the crew, well, they actually they tried to use Joseph Cotton and Orson Welles as names because they were huge Hollywood stars as kind of sway to the people of Austria to treat them well and give them benefits and all this stuff. But it wasn't until the guy who played the porter, the guy who gets murdered and witnesses and hears the accident, he was a famous Austrian actor. So when they dropped his name, people would let them use their apartments to film. The police station people would come on days where they didn't have emergencies, and they would wet the streets down for the night shots for that nice shiny street look, which looked pretty cool. So all that was volunteer work by the people of Austria because of this. The porter guy was famous there. This is the only commentary I've ever listened to where they had to edit one of the people, and he's old. He said at one point, "Go fuck yourself."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think this is like a PG or G-rated movie or something.
Were they getting angry? What were they fighting?
No, he was joking around or something. He was.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't really paying attention because it was kind of boring. But he was just like, "Oh," and then I went over there and I was like, "Go fuck yourself," and they just turned the volume down on him, but you could hear the F.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because this movie is not rated. They don't want to have to give it an R because some old dude in the commentaries dropping the
Talking
F-bomb.
shit.
You guys notice that Orson Welles had his real nose in this movie?
Did he?
Do you remember in Touch of Evil?
Different
he did
from
not.
other?
He did not
Oh.
have a real nose.
I don't remember that. No.
Most of his movies, he wears a fake nose. This is
Why
one
is that exactly?
because he's a freaking weirdo, creative.
Oh, okay.
I don't know,
Got it. Yeah.
but this is one of the few movies where he does not wear a fake nose.
the fucking
Orson Welles was supposed to be on set 2 weeks before he actually showed up. He was flown out to Europe, to Vienna, and then didn't show up to set, went on a tour of Europe because he's famous and fuck everybody else. So,
Yep.
And the fact that he was gone from the set so much, he's pretty much the shark from Jaws. They had to film him in the shadows. They had to use body doubles and just give the idea of his presence. The only time he's actually in the movie is when they have his face in the movie. All the other times there are other people just stepping in for him. Last trivia. Welles took a salary instead of a percentage. He had the choice. He went salary. Instantly regretted it. Well, not instantly, but this movie made a shit ton of money. So he, one of his biggest regrets in his movie career was not taking the percentage.
Ooh.
He's like, I was going to work 20 hours anyways. I should have just taken the percentage.
Yeah. Well, I think if he probably took the percentage, he probably wouldn't have fucked off to the rest of Europe when he was supposed to be there, fucking up the movie potentially. He's like, I already got paid. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Don't give shit. I'm not even wearing a fake nose.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Not
I'm
even
out
gonna
here.
Put on makeup for this one.
Yeah, I'm out here. Fuck you.
I can take a guess. So we'll start with John. John, would you put this in the top 250 movies of all time?
Nope.
TCA.
Negative.
Yeah, I'm going to go no as well. That's it. Next week.
It's us against the world, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with us? Because
Oh, lots of things.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah,
Whatever.
I guess so. Why even? Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah,
Why
let's not
bother?
even dive into it.
No,
Yeah.
that's not. Again, I'm not totally
I'm
negative on this movie.
indifferent to this
Yeah.
one. I just wouldn't put it
No.
in the list. Yeah.
I mean, would you recommend people see it?
Depending.
No.
Depends on who they are. If they like noir
No
movies
way.
and they haven't seen this one, definitely.
If they're 80 plus, I might.
Yeah. If they're close to
Yeah.
death, then yes.
If they're close to the point where they might have been young when this was happening, maybe. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's got a nostalgia figure. That's about it.
Do you guys have anything else on this movie? This is a short one. Got nothing.
No, got nothing, dude.
Got
That's what I
nothing.
said. I don't think I've ever had a succinct summary like I did because I knew I had nothing else
Yeah.
to say.
You didn't try to blather about anything.
I got nothing to make up and nothing else to say. Exactly.
John, you're good?
I'm good.
You're
Yeah.
done? Was
Yeah.
the first 5 minutes of this podcast your favorite portion of the podcast, John?
Just
Yes.
like the movie. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Shit, man. That's good.
So next week, we're going to watch a movie, you guys,
What are we
believe it or
watching?
not. 1992. This movie is directed by and starring Mr. Clint Eastwood.
Ooh.
It's called Unforgiven.
Ah, yes. Unforgiven.
Retired Old West gunslinger William Money reluctantly takes one last job. Oh, it's one of those movies with the help of his
Bill
old
Box.
partner and a young man.
All right. Whatever.
Fuck it. Gonna have to. Doesn't matter if I'm
Riding
excited or
this
not.
one
I'm
out
watching this
till the
movie.
end. Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Go to our website. It's mission250filmcast.com. The list is frozen there. This is number 115. We only have 114 more movies left to go.
It's actually not that many.
Yeah, Twitter and Facebook, we're on there. We're on all the podcast apps. Like, subscribe, give us 5 stars, leave a review if you care to. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I'll talk to you guys next week.
Wait, did we get a word from Timmy?
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah, of course, sleepy time, fucking sleepy time. This movie was sleepy time.
Timmy, how
All
does
right,
it feel
boys.
with the railroad spike in your head? Is it uncomfortable?
It feels good. We talk about fuck you, Denny.
Now I have full control over this
fucking
body is
waking me
mine.
right up. The fucking movie put me to sleep. Oh, fucking I'm white, bright-eyed, bushy tail now. We're looking forward to Good Will Hunting. That's what it is.
Oh, is this the road to Good Will Hunting?
I
And then
can't
maybe
wait.
you'll
Timmy
quit?
and I are going to have a good one on Good Will Hunting. We're going to hang out
God.
together.
I'm going to wear my
Yeah.
earplugs on that one. Maybe take a Tylenol before we start recording.
Fuck you, Boston police.
That type of shit, Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
All right,
Later, guys.
boys.
Next
See
week.
you later.
See you next week, guys.
Stop